Yes, sir. Welcome everyone to game number 1. We are going to have dogao in the blue. We're gonna have dark in the red. And we have Gujaras versus Vikings for game number 1 in the series. Can't wait for Waldo. Same. It's just 1 month away, but it's gonna be so good. At the very least, I'm hoping it's going to be. Yeah, very much looking forward to it. I'll probably work from home for the whole tournament. Sounds like a plan. Yeah. I'll most likely do the same, of course. I mean, I already do, but you get it. Yeah, work, exactly. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do about my content situation for that week, because I'm most likely not going to stream because everyone's gonna be watching. I also want to watch RBWL though. We'll probably, I guess I'll probably just work on a summary video for the tournament, perhaps, something like that. A follow-up to my upcoming YouTube video, perhaps. What do we get for this game, though? Dark's going for standard galleys over here. This is very interesting to see. As both players are going for galleys, this is not usually the standard over here. Probably is going to happen over here just because of this being the side set. But for the most part, we have seen players try to just play for land. Go out to the castle age, go for extra TCs, try to control some of the extra golds, and just ignore water. It's not the case this time around, though. Both are going pretty heavily into it. A reaction channel style, like reacting to tournament happenings. Yeah. Extra qualifier? I have no idea. Yeah, but you cannot participate if that's what you're implying. This is just for the 6 runner-ups that didn't make it into the main event from the first and second qualifier. So it's the same 6 players playing a group stage qualifier. But this isn't really going to qualify. This isn't really going to guarantee a spot for any of these players, even the player coming out in first place. This is just going to be a just in case, kind of like a waiting list extra qualifier to establish a rank for players to, you know, get prioritized should anything happen and prevent some of the currently qualified players from attending the Heidelberg Castle. So if somebody's having issues getting visas, if somebody's having issues with health, perhaps, whatever, they're going to be able to tap into the results of this tournament to define who is going to come in. Yeah, no problem. This is the final set of the final round as well. There were 5 rounds. So everyone played against everybody else. And we have 3 sets per round. So we have 15 rounds or 15 sets total. This is the 15th set. And this defines who comes in first in the standings. You can do exclamation mark brackets as well to see what the current standings are looking like. Spoiler alert, Dark and dogao are tied. So this is going to define for sure who's coming in first. I think we actually have a tie for the 3rd and the 4th spot as well. Yeah. Dark and dogao, they are both tied, and then Kingston some 3 sets. Actually, we do not have a tie. The 3rd spot's already guaranteed for Kingston, and Snazka just 2 sets. Sebastian 1, and no sets for Ganji, who was only able to win 2 games. Unfortunately, the least successful of players in the extra qualifier. Regardless though, Castle is going to be here for the dogao very soon. This is more like what I was expecting to see. He doesn't end up getting pushed away from water, although he did invest into it quite a lot earlier. But getting out to the castle age faster and potentially being able to go for an extra TC on one of the side goals is already going to be good enough. He does have the 2nd TC coming up back home, and he's going to have a 3rd TC coming up next to the neutral goal instead. And Dark's going up to the castle age, but it's going to take a hot minute for him to get there. He's still close to about 2 minutes away from it. Beautiful. Shivansh Riders are coming in. The guy's gonna try to start putting some pressure. And Dark, on the other hand, he's still waiting for the castle age. He's completely walled off already. Not completely, actually. This is kind of open at the center still. But the tower is there, the sea tower. And if it comes to it, he should be able to get some quick walls out. So I don't think it's going to matter too much. There we go. Yeah, that's what I was talking about, right? He gets the walls up over here. He's going to go for the monastery anyway. And it's pretty straightforward over here. Dark's going to defend himself successfully. He's got the second TC coming up right now. The one thing that I do prefer for the Gao, though, is that because his economy is solely based on land, it's going to be so much more efficient in later stages of the game. Like, Dark, for instance, has been going for fishing ships, right? He went for additional fishing ships, and this is not going to be quite as efficient. First off, we have shorefish, which are not anywhere near as good. And then, of course, as he depletes the shorefish, the fishing ships are going to have to start traveling a little bit further away. So it's not great. And the guy, on the other hand, is already being able to get ahead in worker count, and he's looking good. Dark is struggling right now to keep up with economy, despite playing Vikings over here and getting wheelbarrow and handcar for free. The work elite for the Gao is going to be such that he won't really struggle to keep up with eco so far. Dark's got 2 villages transported over here though. What is this for? A tower? What is it gonna try to go for? 2 villages only. Outpost, and the guy knows about the village already. Yeah, he's got the monk over there. He's going for the conversions now. Dark's gonna have to bail. The reaction, no! He's not reacting at all. He loses one of the villagers. Yeah, and the transport ship is on 1 HP, so of course, cannot really do much of anything. He was trying to go back and go for a watchtower. He cannot do anything. The villager gets converted over there, so overall, things are looking really good for the Gao so far. He's managed to get a 10 worker lead. This man snatched some villagers away from Dark into his own base, and yeah, now we take a look up in the north. We're gonna see Dark going for the 3rd TC finally, but this is so much later, especially now that the Gao's gotten the 4th TC up. I just don't see how Dark's ever going to catch up in economy over here, which means that if he tries to go for triple TC, he's going to be playing catch up for economy against the Gao, and as long as the Gao keeps production going from most of his DCs, he should be able to prevent Dark from completely catching up. And as long as Dark keeps on prioritizing villager production over here, he won't be able to go for as many military units, so he won't be able to put quite as much pressure. And you don't really want to find yourself in that position. You want to be either the one pressuring or the one getting away with extra economy. You don't want to be playing catch up in economy and being unable to pressure at the same time. This is really bad. So for Dark, that is, and it's looking pretty good for the Gao. Doesn't seem like Dark's going to do too much about it though. Yeah, it's just chilling, not really doing much of anything. Here we are. Fantastic. Scale Barley armor is coming out for Dark. For Vikings, he's got Knights. It really seems that Dark doesn't really know what to go for, and he's just trying to throw everything at the wall, see what sticks. I just really don't get it, and I don't like it. Knights for Vikings are not going to be any good. Now the guy's going for a castle right next to the TC by the neutral goal as well. It's going to... Yeah, it's going to prevent the Knights from doing too much. There's another castle. Actually, he deletes the castle to go for a counter castle over here and try to deny Dark's own castle. Yeah, and Dark's going to lead that one. He's going to try to go for the castle elsewhere. This YOLO kind of approach from Dark is not really meant to work out though in this situation. And well, the guy plays his cards right, should be able to buy a little bit of extra stone. He's already on his way to the Imperial Age, right? So if he goes for yet another castle over here, he could potentially deny this one for good, but he's just bringing the Magnus and that's going to be enough. So he doesn't even need to go for another castle here. Just the Magnus will be enough, but he's going for one. This one will not deny the castle that Dark's trying to go for, as he does not have enough range. Definitely would like to see him send the Magnus forward and try to get the village down instead. Nice. Castle's coming out for Dark, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I'm kind of wondering if Dark's going to call the GG as soon as dogao gets to the Imperial Age. Given the fact that we have two castles over here for dogao, that Dark is aware of both, right? He knows that there's going to be double trebuchet production coming in. So this castle's not going to stay up at all. At all. And it's not going to do too much either. It's just a 9-2 farms. 35 seconds for dogao to be there. And Dark will be able to click out to the Imperial Age himself, but he's gonna be so far behind. Even 2 castle, Petard's terrifying. Yeah, potentially. The guy doesn't need to go for it as he's 10 seconds away from the Imperial Age, right? But could potentially have gone for that if he was still kind of stuck in the castle age. So there we go, Imperial Age is here for dogao, and Dark is not calling the GG, at the very least not right away. And what do we get? We see 2 trebuchets queued up right away, as you expect to see. Bracers coming in, and Dark is on his way to the Imperial Age. So dogao's got archer ranges coming up right now. Make a play for archers. Meanwhile, Dark back home, and, you know, doesn't really have much of anything. And he's got the 3 TC still behind by a bunch of villagers. Now with 4 archer ranges over here, the dogao's push is going to be incredible in a moment. He's got... Is he going to go actually for elephant archers though? We'll see. Welcome to everyone who's following the stream for the first time today, who's watching the stream for the first time today. I hope you guys are enjoying so far. Skirmishers coming out. Alright, that's good. Still. What do Vikings have against Gujaras long term? Not much of anything. Vikings are a pretty underwhelming civilization in the later stages of the game, so I don't really know what Dark can go for. Actually, I don't think he can go for much of anything. See chemistry coming up right now for dogao as well. Conscription, Elite Skirmisher. They taper off really badly after we get to past like the early Imperial Age, and that is assuming that you have a somewhat comparable amount of workers compared to your opponent. But now he's fallen behind. He started falling behind already in the Castle Age against dogao because of the extra TCs for the blue player. What? What did the deer ever do to you? Anyway, that was very deliberate. Come on. It's okay. The deer was a mean, angry, racist deer. I don't know. I still don't condone it, but it makes it a little bit less helpful. It makes it a little bit less painful, rather. Let's see, for Gujaras, he's going for Castle Age upgrade. What was this one? For Gujaras, I think it's Kshatriyas. Yeah, Kshatriya is going to provide a 35% food discount on military units. So now the military units are cheaper for dogao and stronger as well. It's got hand cannoneer coming in. It doesn't seem like Dark's gonna be able to go for much or anything. As a matter of fact, you take a look and he's not really going for anything at all. He's got just war galleys over here, which he already had from before. He's losing the castle, so he cannot go for berserks if he wanted to. And for military count, Dark's on 22, but it's mostly going to be just navy units. In this position, Dark could potentially make a play for cannon galleon after he gets chemistry, of course, but in terms of land control, he doesn't have much of anything. Now dogao. Dogao's going for elite Trivansha riders. It's gonna be upgrade anyway, and Dark just got 45. Well, Dark doesn't really know what to do over here. You gotta feel it for him, though. It's not like his civilization is going to provide him with plenty of options. He was able to get water control, yes, but it didn't really give him too much of anything. The guy went up to the castle edge faster. Got the extra TC sooner, managed to get ahead in work account. And yeah, there isn't really too much over here the Vikings are going to provide, besides a stronger water play, a stronger water civilization, right? Which didn't give him much. Stronger economy in the early stages of the game, in the mid stages of the game. But it's not paying off. And here come the skirmishers. And Cannoneer as well. The castle comes up, so he's gonna have to go after the castle again. On the right hand side, Dark's got a TC next to the neutral gold. Chain bar and armor's on the way for the gal, so he's thinking of, yeah, he's been taken into elite Trivanshas, of course, so he definitely has to go for it. And he's got a lot of stables. He's producing from 5 right now. Yes. He's got 2 additional stables coming up, and it seems like he's gonna try to get the raids going against Dark. He's going straight through as he can just run straight through the center lake. Doesn't even need water control, doesn't even need a transport ship, and Dark is not reacting over here at all, so all the villagers go down. As the Gal's units are getting a great deal of damage done over here, Dark finally reacts, but only after having lost the entirety of his gold miners. Yeah, meanwhile up in the north, one of the trebuchets has gone down to the finally cannon galleon now from Dark. And he's got the lead cannon galleon even. We have bombard cannons over here as well. He's got to be careful. The cannon galleon will outrange the bombard cannons by quite a lot. These are 15 range compared to only 13 for bombard cannons with siege engineers. Right now it's going to be 12 for the Gao only, so yeah, Dark is holding on for the time being, but that's only going to be as long as he's got control of the right hand side, or at the very least as long as he's got some sort of presence and gold income from the south over here. But now that the guy's going for a castle, he's bringing the Trivansha riders as well. Dark's going to be effectively out of gold. He's going for chieftains right now as well to increase the bonus damage against cavalry units from the berserk line units, but infantry units, sorry, not berserk line units, any infantry unit is going to be affected by chieftains, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be strong enough. And he's losing access to the south gold over here, so he's effectively out of gold. Meanwhile, the guy's just gonna keep on sending units. He's got now 7 stable. Trivansha rider production. He's got plate mail armor coming up, plate bar armor, sorry, coming up. So yeah, even the pikemen are going to struggle. I don't think the sea trend will do too much over here, though. Yeah. Pretty good defense for the guy. Now he's got the castle up. Should be going for trebuchets on the right hand side. He's got the resources, so he can start throwing this one down, and that's basically Dark's last stand. So the guy's finally queuing the trebuchet up over here. Both players are going for it. It's got neck and neck. It seems a little bit better for Dark. Bro, 100 trees? Well, 5 bombard cannons. And what do we get for the cannon galleon? Yeah. This should be going in pair with the dogao for sure. It's got hand cannoneer over here in addition to the Shivamshu Rider, so it's not going to be too much of a struggle against the pikeman. Yeah, and the Kess is not doing anything to the Shivamshu Riders. At the very least, it's taking so much longer. And there we are. And the castle's going down, so Dark gets effectively pushed away from goal once again. I wonder if this is going to be enough for him to call the GG, or if he's going to keep on holding because he's kind of fine back home. And Barkan is over here completely exposed, but Dark realizes, yeah, he calls the GG, and the Gao gets the first game of the series over here. There's only one way back for Dark over here, and it's getting games 2 and 3 back to back, clutching it up against the Gao to come up as the first place in the extra qualifier. Taking a look at military then, we'll see a very close fight to 2k the ratio, favoring the Gao. And if we take a look at economy on the other hand, we'll see a stronger economy for the Gao as well, collecting about 4,000, actually 14,000 extra resources, which is huge. There isn't really too much to take a look at over here, so we'll go back and jump into game number 2, hopefully pretty quickly. And it's gonna be Lithuanians for Dark, Hindustan is for the Gao. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And see what's coming up already for Dark. Meanwhile, the Gao should be going for... Oh, archer range himself. Interesting. So Lithuanians will struggle against Hindustanis for sure because of the camels being so strong for Hindustanis. However, Lithuanians, they get 10% fast moving spear line units, so there's going to be that as an option for them. Beautiful. Yes. We see an archer range coming out for Dark over here. So it's going to be scouts and skirmishers. This is very standard to be expected. Beautiful. And so far it's pretty uneventful. And it's going to remain the case as long as, yeah, the walls come up over here for bull players. And the Gao is investing quite heavily into the walls. He's actually sending the villager all the way over to the edge to make sure that it's completely closed. And it is completely closed, so that's good. Oh, we do see though one villager pick over here from Dark. He's got the scouts over here still alive. HP pool is not the highest though. He ended up taking a little bit of damage over there, and yeah, in the end, the Gao's gonna be able to close himself up over here. It's gonna be just fine. If we take a look at Dark's side of the map, on the other hand, he's going to have no walls coming up at all. I mean, he did go for some walls over here on the right-hand side, but that's about it. It's not too much more than that. There we go. So far so good. With 3 scouts still inside the Gao's base, there is potential for damage. That's one villager going down, yes sir. I might see another villager go down over here. Dark's getting a lot of damage over here with fairly little. But it doesn't seem like he'll be able to get yet another villager, right? This is still pretty good though. The Gao lost 4 villagers so far, and Dark's the first player to go up to the castle age. It seems like we might be onto something over here. We might have a full series in our hands. As Dark roams around over here, he does end up taking a free hit from the spearman over there, and he's gonna try to go after the villager, the weak one. You know, he played very patiently over here. He just tried to stay away from the spearman so that he would be able to come back and sneak the weak villagers, but He's not gonna be able to do it as the guy is paying attention. He does pull the weak villager out over here. He's gonna be safe. I don't think we have any extra weak villagers anymore, so yeah. It's very unlikely that Dark is going to get another villager over here. Most likely he's going to end up losing both scouts. As the castle is on the way for the Gauts, going to require some good trades for him to even catch up, let alone get a lead against Dark. That's already GG, isn't it? At this stage, very early on, those losses hurt significantly more so because it's proportionally speaking a much larger segment of your economy. So yeah, it's certainly not going to be good. Is it GG already? I wouldn't say so, but Dark certainly managed to put himself at a great advantage. He's got a great lead, and now he's going for a 4 monastery, and it seems like it's going to be a full-end push. This is not necessarily what he wants, what he has to go for, rather. He could potentially have gone for extra TCs, because he would get a guaranteed head start to it, and he would get a massive villager lead. However, once again, because of the matchup over here, Lithuanians being predominantly a cavalry civilization, are certainly, they are a monk civilization technically, but in terms of actual army, they're gonna be going for cavalry, and they do not really want to fight against Hindustani's camels. So I do like the pressure over here. We'll see if he can make it work. And I'm saying pressure and not just relics, because he's got knights coming out as well, and he's got only 1 TC. If he tried to go for economy, and this was just for the relics, he would have gone for extra TCs already, but he's not going for it. And to be fair, he doesn't have the economy, and that's got to be calculated. So I imagine sometime soon we are going to see a siege workshop come up over here, and he's going to keep on putting pressure up. Hey Denmark! Hi! How are you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're doing alright. I should be having my tea already, actually for about 40 minutes already, but I didn't really have the time to go and prepare it to rip. I'm just going to power through and get my tea after the series. Which once again could be a long one. The games could be long. Doing just fine? Hope all's well? Yep. All's good. Very much looking forward to the rest of the series over here, and to a bunch of things behind the scenes as well. I'm so hyped. I'm just making strides with so many things. I'm very happy about it. Nice push from the Gal though. Takes the monk down. Can he get more monks down over here? He's going up to the monks, and he's not getting... Yeah, he's not getting the kills over there. But in the end, Dark does end up getting pushed away though, so it's fine. He does end up getting the better end of the deal over here, and even if he does not get all the monks right away, he should still be able to take the monks down eventually. This is good, so Dark's getting pushed away, and you see, this is why I said it's not necessarily over already. Plus, the Gao was the only player going for some water economy, which I didn't mention before, but I noticed in the minimap. He's had the fish ships for quite a while. So the work account is actually looking better for the Gao over here, and that's gonna be really painful for Dark over here, and kind of frustrating as well. You take 4 villages down, you beat your opponent to the castle age by a long time, and you start falling behind. Dark's behind the score right now. The Gao pushes him away. The Gao's got a higher work account. That is not something that Dark knows. But yeah, if he knows about the dock over there, he probably realizes that, the villager picks that he got barely allowed him to catch up. So buy 5 relics and maybe buy chances of coming out first over here. The Gao's pulling a very substantial lead, and he's sticking to 1 TC himself as well. So he's actually going to be the one putting pressure against Dark, interestingly enough. And he's coming in as it was open over there. That was never truly close because it was open on the left-hand side, still wide, so. But yeah, these camels could potentially get to the gold miners right away. And getting pushed away from here would hurt. Would hurt Dark quite a lot because he would have to move over to the left-hand side, which is so much more exposed. Regardless though, the guy's still coming out on top despite the conversions, despite everything. He's got more and more camels on the way. And I really like the Gao to send the villager forward and go for a monastery over here. I mean, he's got the resources. But he's collecting the relics 1 at a time from very far away. It's fine though. I guess the monastery is going to be safer behind the walls regardless. Second PC on the way now for the Gao. Archer range. Second monastery on the way for Dark. Alright. The plot thickens, boys. With more monks coming out, this could be really, really good. For Dark as he's facing for the most part cavalry units. Regardless though, the guy's still looking stronger over here. Despite the conversions, he's got his own monk over here to get some of the conversions back, or one of the conversions back. And take a look at this. The HP pool is significantly higher for dogao. He's got more units over here to work with as well. He's going after the monks right away. He's going to end up getting one over here for sure, but he's going to lose one of the camels to a conversion, I think. Yes. He's bringing the monk forward as well, so he could potentially get a counter conversion coming up. And you know what? That is a risky castle for Dark that I am not too fond of. Not only is it the case that we have camels over here for Dark for dogao to play with and potentially deny the castle, but remember these attack 25% faster, so they are significantly stronger compared to standard camels. But also we have crossbows, so not even quick balls would really save Dark's villagers over here. And it seems to me like this castle might be coming out, maybe? Like the HP pool is higher for Dark, but that's because he's got a lot of villagers over here. In terms of actual military, this is not good. Doesn't seem like Dark will be able to get the castle up in the end. Yeah. And this could very well be just a GG moment if Dark ends up getting pushed away from here. And you know what? I think he just might. 80%. We have a bunch of extra villagers coming up over here, but we have the hill advantage, a lot of crossbows, extra camels coming in as well. Dogao's gotta focus the villagers down. The castle's coming out, 99%. He gets the castle out just in time. But it did not come for cheap. Dogao got so many units over there. The eco KD is so much better for Dogao, 13-5. And this barely allows Dark to keep on surviving. This doesn't even allow him to get on the lead. Dogao is still definitely in the driver's seat. That was so close, and I definitely feel like Dogao would have been able to deny the castle over there, but still. All the villager picks that he got will, for the most part, guarantee him being the first player to the Imperial Age. And if he can get a castle up eventually himself as well, that should guarantee a center control as well, getting the castle down, and you know how it goes. You've been watching Age of Empires probably as long as I have. That was such a strange Castle Age. Play a Dark, yes. But the guy has already pulled a substantial lead, and it's not going to get any better for Dark over here if he's going to stick to 1TC in terms of economy anyway. And for military, I do want to see Dark get the push going. I do want to see him push harder, because that's the only way he'll ever be able to take this game. But it's not good. Yeah, 2 on wood only, and he's going for yet another castle over here. He get clapped, by the way. He's just going to get pushed away. Unless all the conversions connect over here. Okay, that's good. 3, 4 conversions. Well done. See, can he get the villagers though? He's got to target these. He's getting some. It's a little bit difficult because of all the conversions over here, making Dark's army significantly stronger compared to the Gao's. Yeah. So the monk's coming out over here. Not trying to get any conversions yet though. The Gao's unit control over here has not been the best. But he will end up cleaning these units up though in the end. Yes, there we go. And Dark still going to get pushed away from here by the looks of it. The amount of monks we have from the Gao, he can idle the villagers by targeting them. He can send the camels over and get the villagers down as well. And it seems like Dark might actually, if he just force builds the castle, he might be able to get this one out, but he's going to end up losing most of the villagers actually. 91, 92, 93. This is so close. 95. That's going to get denied. No castle for Dark. Gao's getting a tower up over here. Dark's going to go for one last attempt as the castle's so close to completion. There's only 2 villagers over here, and he's really going at it. And 99.23% completion rate for the castle. Dark gets pushed away from here, and you know what? He can send all the villagers he wants. He sends his entire economy, because it does not matter. The game is not looking good for Dark. Even if he gets the castle up, the Gao's already managed to get so much damage. done over here, that the game is, at this point, honestly kind of over. This castle is just going to target 1 TC, and then the guy should be able to make a play for the Imperial Age if he wanted to. He just needs to add a bunch of extra farmers, right? And potentially a market to balance his economy, and he should be on his way to the Imperial Age so much sooner. Ideally, he would want to go also for a lot of stones so that he can get a castle up and go for trebuchets, but yeah, from this point onwards, as much as I like Dark's pressure, he's going to try to go for yet another castle. I'm still liking the Gal's position for sure. Yeah, he's just going for the crush. As opposed to a trush, he's going for the crush, the castle rush. This one is going to target this TC, so that's going to be 2 TCs he's targeting with the castles. And unfortunately for Dark though, he won't be able to go for a 4th castle after this one. And I'm actually not really sure if he'll be able to get the castle out, actually. Can he? Yeah, he should. Oh, the relics. That's a good point, yeah. The TC and the relics. And the monastery. Both buildings are going to be targeted by the castle. There we go. Defensive castle's coming in for the Gao. This overall looking still fantastic for the Gao, and I'm not really sure what Dark will be able to go for though. With 3 stone miners, they cannot really go for any extra castles. Is that a rec? Yes, these are recorded games. These were played through the weekend, and the extra qualifier was released all at once, all 15 series for casters to do what they wanted to yesterday at 13 GMT. So you can find these recs. I believe probably on the player's profile. If it was played privately, probably not, but you should be able to find these in the spectator dashboard, I think, maybe. But yeah, these are recorded games. Beautiful. Overall still. A lot of potential for damage over here. The Gao. Yeah, he's going to get a bunch of villagers over here. This is really great for Dark. He's been trying to save the resources to go up to the Imperial Age and keep the push going, but he's under so much pressure. And his economy is just a vestige of what it could have been. The Gao. It's got almost twice the villager count compared to Dark. And even though Dark's going up to the Imperial Age already, the Gao shouldn't take much longer to go up himself as well. Yeah, he's finally added a few extra farms, so now he's gone up from 12 to 31 farmers, 32 farmers. And that should allow him to go up to the Imperial Age very soon. He's going to keep on roaming around. We'll see the conversions coming up over here. He's going to try and escape it, but he's going to end up losing 1 monk. Actually, 1 camel to the monks. Did Dark make use of all the monks over here? He made use of 2 monks for a single conversion. That is not ideal. The guy could potentially go and get the monks down, but he's not going for it, and Dark's just annoying over here, converting the fish and ships. Unlikely to achieve too much of anything. Gao's taking a while though to go out to the Imperial Age. I'm kind of wondering over here if he's just going to stick to the Castle Age. Well, he's got a 4 villager. If he starts going for stables here, and he's gone for the light cavalry upgrade, this might be enough for him to seal the deal without needing to go out to the Imperial Age. But he's getting kind of close though, so he might consider it in the end still. Being camera rated, even by Hindustanis. Yeah, I know. Feels rip. Yeah, that should be on the way for the Gao. very soon. Yeah. Crossbows coming in for the Gao as well. And he actually sent a forward villager over to get another outpost. Here we are. This is gonna be so much harder for Dark to defend against. The monks are quite clearly not going to work. Now we have light cavalry, so the monks are not going to work against melee or ranged units from the Gao. I'm sure she's coming out for Dark. It is looking so over. Dark's not calling it because this is the final set, and this defines who ends up at the top of the table over here for the extra qualifiers group stage. But it is looking pretty much over. Now we see a bunch of villages going down over here, and with ballistics it's not going to be particularly difficult for the Gao to keep on collecting the rest of the villages over here. If he had gotten greedy, he would have been able to get all 4 villages. In the end he gets 2. But yeah, even if the crosses get cleaned up over here, doesn't matter. Take a look at the vision from the Gao, by the way. He knows everything. He knows exactly where Dark is, what he is up to. And he knows just how far ahead he is. Dark turn this round will be a colossal upside. Yes. Hey Turnip, how have the games been today? They've been, for the most part, fairly one-sided. Yeah. For the most part. Not all the sets. But yeah, it's what we were expected to see. Because after the first 3 rounds, those players who didn't really stand a chance of coming out of the top or close to the top anymore were not going to be motivated to play too much. So many of the series, you know, with Kingstone, with Ganji, they resulted in pretty quick GGs. And yeah, compared to yesterday, this is so much faster. There we go. Castle might go down for the Gao, doesn't matter. Probably not. But yeah, chemistry and chain bar, they're not coming out, so these archers will be stronger. The camels will be stronger. Light cavalry will be stronger as well, and the Gao's actually going for a few extra trebuchets. So if he's able to keep the castle up, he could potentially take these 2 down. So those light chat hurt so much to see. I get that I'm a pro player, but I can feel these games down. Yeah, for sure. All right, so here comes the big engagement. The conversions are connected over here, but it does not matter because the Gao is going for the power move over here, taking the monks down, past the conversions, going after the trebuchets, taking these down in Dark. Calls her GG as the Gao gets a clean 2-0 series against Dark. He solidifies his position as the runner-up over here, the favorite player in the extra qualifier to be called in case any issues should arise with one of the players for the main event, right? So the Gao's going to be the first in the waiting list, so to say. Dark's going to be the second player, and of course the rest are going to be a little bit further down. Going through the achievements one final time, we see a little bit of a stronger KD for the Gao. In the end, it's going to be a little bit higher than 21 to 10, 20. Sorry, 21 to 20. And then we take a look at economy instead, and we're going to see a much stronger economy for the Gao, and it's not even close. As a matter of fact, it was kind of close to being twice as high compared to Dark, collecting 19,000 extra resources. Of course, the Imperial H and the Castle H's were faster for Dark, but he couldn't really, you know, make an advantage or take a lead with that, take advantage of that too much. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, well played. The Gao wins the extra qualifier. Dark is going to be a close second. Then for the rest, well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at Red Bull. Extra qualifier standings. Yeah, there you are. In the end, it's going to be 5. 1 series from the Gal. He's going to be coming in first. Dark's going to be a close second. For the third spot, there's Kingstone. Fourth spot, there's going to be Slam. And then Sebastian